Hello everybody, welcome to Westminster Abbey. My name's Grażyna and I'm going to be talking to you today about remembrance. This is a first in a little series of weekend wonders for you to have a little moment to explore the Abbey, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a craft session as well. So without further ado, let's get inside the Abbey. So here we are, standing outside the Abbey. We're going in through the west doors. Now, Westminster Abbey is a church. It's a royal church, a place of worship, and everybody is welcome here, whatever their faith or if they have no faith. And here we are standing in the nave of the church, and we have the grave of the unknown warrior just in front of us. Here is a clear picture of that grave. 100 years ago, on the 11th of November 1920, this warrior was buried here in Westminster Abbey. But who is he? And why is he here? I wonder if you have any ideas. An article that was written in the Times newspaper in October 1920 says, whether he was a sailor, a soldier, or airman, and whether he belonged to the forces of Britain or the Dominions will be unknown. So really, we don't know who he is. We don't know his rank. We don't know where in the world he came from. We don't know anything about him as a person. He was buried here at the Abbey so that people could more easily go somewhere to grieve and give thanks to the many, many thousands of people who sacrificed their lives in the First World War. Since then, he's become a symbol for all people who have died during conflict. His grave is surrounded by flowers. Let me show you that picture again. I wonder if you know which flowers these are. People often wear them in November as a sign of remembrance to mark the end of the First World War. I know around the world, different flowers are worn, and even different colours of this particular flower are worn as well. I wonder if you guessed it. Yes, it's a poppy, absolutely right. So the poppy surrounds this grave, and today we are going to make a poppy. So I'm going to show you how. It's very simple. So you need a stick. I've got a lolly stick here, or perhaps you could just go and pick up a stick. I picked this one up in the park. You need a red circle. So I have a red circle cut out of paper. I have a red bit of tissue paper. I also have a white piece of paper that I've coloured in red. And then you need something for the centre of your poppy. So you could use a black bit of paper or card. You could even just colour in the middle of your red circle, or here I've used a button. And then it's just a matter of sticking them all together. Stick the paper to the stick and stick or colour in the centre of your poppy. And then you have something that you could plant, perhaps in a flower pot. Right? Very much like our field of remembrance that we have here at the Abbey every November. You can see that people plant symbols to remember those who have died. If you'd like to carry on learning about the grave of the unknown warrior, you can look at resources on our website. We've got our A to Z of Westminster Abbey, and G is for Grave of the Unknown Warrior. We also have lots of other resources on the website that you can explore. Please share your creations with us using the hashtag WABBYFun. We'd love to see what you have made. And if you'd like to make a donation to Westminster Abbey, it's very easy to donate £5. You just text Abbey to 70025. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope that we'll see you all soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.